What's going on, guys? It's Greg here today, and I'm bringing you a Call of Duty Modern Warfare gameplay commentary. And what we're going to be watching here is the best AN-94 class setup for earning tactical nukes. This is going to be 6 versus 6. It could probably work in 10 versus 10 as well, but this is my recommendation for the AN-94, so let's go ahead and take a look at our kill streaks first. So I like to use the VTOL jet, and the reason I like to use this is it's going to just give us a couple kills. I like to earn high kills, so obviously I'm going to run this VTOL jet. But also the support helo, and you call this up after you call in your advanced UAV, and the main reason for this is it's going to pin enemies to stay in buildings, or they're going to have to shoot it down. So basically, it just applies pressure on the enemies, and it's a distraction. And basically, you want to save this until your advanced UAV runs out, and then you call up your support helo. And the main reason we're running the advanced UAV is pretty obvious. It's going to show us where everybody is on the minimap for 38 seconds, and it is probably the best kill streak in the game, especially for going for tactical nukes. So that is the main reason I have that as my setup. Now, for the actual AN-94, so I have the monolithic suppressor for our muzzle. The main reason I have this is because it's going to increase our bullet velocity as well as our damage range, and it's going to suppress our weapon. Now, it's not going to affect our ADS too much, so again, really good attachment. I also have the commando foregrip, and the main reason I have this on is because it's going to make our recoil pattern more consistent. It's also going to help control horizontal recoil, and we're only going to lose a little bit of movement speed, but there is a hidden negative to using this attachment, as you're going to lose around 14 to 15% aim walking movement speed, which is huge. But again, if you play a little bit smart and a little bit stealthier, you don't really have to worry about that so much. So that's the main reason I use this attachment. Now, the 45 round magazine, we just want to have some extra ammo in our mags in case it gets a little hot and there's a lot of people we got to take on. Stipple grip tape, so that way you get a little bit faster sprint out speed as well as some ADS speed, but we're going to lose a little bit of recoil consistency, but that's okay because we have the commando foregrip on to help negate that. And finally, we have the Solo Zero Optics Mini Reflex, and the main reason I have this on is just because the iron sights are hit or miss for this gun. I do personally kind of like them, but I know a lot of people don't, so that's the main reason I have that on. I also use the blue dot on this. I highly recommend you guys grind for the blue dot. It's really nice to use. But yeah, that's the class setup for the AN-94. I know I didn't show this last time. What is this? The Renetti. So for the Renetti, I just have the monolithic suppressor, the Mark 1 extended, lightweight trigger, 21 round mag, and the XRK speed grip. I recommend really just dropping this for a secondary that you might find on the ground. That's what I would recommend doing. Now for my perks, I have scavenger on, so that way I can get more ammo. Again, if you're running into players that are going to be using explosives, I'd highly recommend switching to EOD, but if not, then scavenger is something you can use, so that way you can focus on just earning dead silence. You don't have to run a munitions box, and it's very useful in that way. Restock, again, I went over this yesterday, and basically restock and shrapnel are really good together because you can use proximity mines as devices for understanding where people are coming from and cutting off common areas of where the enemies might be able to get flanks off, and just helps you with map control and understanding where your enemies are going to come from, as well as just free kills. So who doesn't want that when you're going for a nuke? So yeah, that's why I use this. It also delays your enemy health regeneration. So again, proximity mine. Again, we can sound whore it, and it's also going to help us with map control. And then we have the stim shot, so that way we can regain health in case we get shot at. We can't go ahead and gunfight that person, so we got to regain health, get out of a sticky situation, whatever it may be, refresh our tactical sprint. That's the main reason I have this on. So let's go ahead and take a look at the gameplay now. So getting into the gameplay side of things here, we're going to be watching the tactical nuke I got here with the AN-94, and one of the things I wanted to say is the support helo in this game usually only gets me about 2.8 kills on average, and I have about 900 and some of these called in, so in my opinion it's one of the weaker streaks in the game, but it does make for a great distraction whenever it comes to getting nukes. But for whatever reason in this gameplay, the support helo pilot was just built different, and he just went off on the main stage, so I guess it's just because, I always roast him too many times telling him he needs to get more kills, so he decided to pull through a little bit for us this gameplay. But you guys will see that throughout the gameplay. This support helo absolutely does go off, and man, he was just built different. But anyways, yeah, so starting off the game, I like to go up here to top mid, and the main reason being is top mid is a very good power position to be in because you can have a lot of different spawn angles you can watch. So if you're in the ladder room, you can be watching back towards the barbershop or a domination flag, and if you're up here in the middle, if you go to this window room, you can peek ruins, and you can also jump up on the ledge here, and you can peek down here into where the C domination flag will be, and you can kind of watch people that might be trying to go through the the alleyway here from gun shop or whatever it might be. So there's a lot of different angles you can watch while you're here in top mid, and there's a lot of different areas you can work, and that's why I absolutely love this spot. And it gives you, just like I said, so much map traffic you can watch from there. But anyways, I ended up going underneath, and the main reason I did this is because I wanted to get a little bit of a flank off since people were starting to go up top. And I'm never going to climb a ladder or something that takes me way too long to get back into the action whenever I'm trying to streak up, simply because people are going to hear me going up that ladder usually, and it just takes way too much time to get up and over. If there was a perk in this game that would allow you to climb ladders and get off of them faster, then I definitely would, but I'm going to try my best to avoid doing that, so that way I can maximize being able to aim down sights, of course, and get the kills and stuff like that. So that's the main reason I don't do that. Now, whenever you're up in this spot, as you can see right here, I have my dead silence active, which is going to make it so much easier for me to hear footsteps, and I heard these guys coming, so I just decided to wait, especially because I didn't have any proximity mines in my pocket or placed down on a map since they already went off and blew up. So right there I was able to watch the ruin spawn because I figured they were going to be flipping spawns based off of my teammate's location on the radar, and right here I ended up picking up my advanced UAV. Now, again, this is such a great area on Ramaza, and Ramaza, in my opinion, is one of the easier maps to get high kill streaks on, simply because of this top middle area. I generally spend most of the time whenever I'm playing this game, this map I should say, up in that area, depending on, of course, where enemies are. Now, once the advanced UAV is up, I'm not going to waste any time, obviously. I'm going to be going around trying to get as many kills as I can off of this, and this is going to put me in an awkward spot whenever it comes to giving up power positions, because if my teammates don't take over top mid, the enemies are going to take over top mid, and they are going to control that area, which means you're going to have to fight back for that power position. And if the enemies are in that position, you can get easily spawn trapped, and this is just how Modern Warfare plays with the spawn logic and how it works. So again, you want to be mindful of this, that whenever you do leave these power positions, you are leaving them open for the enemies if your teammates don't come back. Now, this guy was up here in this window room, and I know a lot of people would want to ego challenge this guy because they just see him kind of chilling in there, corner camping, whatever. I try to get a little cheeky wall bang on him, it doesn't work. The main reason I do not ego challenge is because he knows I'm up here, and it's going to be very awkward if I burst open that door and he just shoots me through the door, because you can shoot through that door. It's made of wood, so therefore his bullet penetration will work on me, and if he's prepared and if he's a smart player, he'll do that. I always assume that whenever I am playing this game, especially because skill-based matchmaking is in the game and you're never going to know when you get a newbie lobby, I always assume that the enemies are just good players, they're better than me, whatever. That's just my mentality whenever I play the game, so I'm always going to put myself in a strategic position, or I should say advantageous position, to where I know that I'm going to be able to win the gunfight most of the time, and that's why I'm able to go on longer streaks and earn consistent kill streaks. Now, I'm going up over here to the gun shop, and basically I'm going and taking out these enemies. My friend actually pulled through for a game and got me an advanced UAV and himself an advanced UAV, so, you know, I love you, Garrett. But, yeah, most of the time we play, he usually dies a couple off, and it kind of saddens me every once in a while, but it's okay. I don't really need that extra help. I actually always tell my friends that they don't have to run the advanced UAV. They don't have to run any specific kill streaks. I don't play that way. You know, at the end of the day, even if I'm going for a nuke, I don't really care what they run. They're allowed to run whatever they want, because at the end of the day, we're just here to have fun. We're here to play the game, chill, talk about life, whatever it might be. So anyways, right here, I'm picking up my 28th kill, going to want to place down another Betty. Again, a really good Betty spot right there because there's stairs. You always want to place your Betties around stairs, and the main reason being is whenever someone starts running up a stair, if they try to prone out, they're still going to die to it because of the elevation they're on now. So that's the main reason I always use bouncing Betties on maps that have a lot of stairs and elevation to them, whereas claymores are more for flatter maps and maps where you can place it around like a corner that people won't be able to see it, and as soon as they run around the corner, they get blasted by the claymore. Again, even if they're running EOD and stims, you'll know that they're there, and that's the main reason I like using this, because I said yesterday in my video that if the enemies are, you know, if you already use your advanced UAV or regular UAV, whatever, you can't earn them again in the same life. So you're going to want to have the best equipment that's going to help you still understand map traffic and where enemies are coming from. So basically, proximity mines, even though they can get you kills, and it's the same thing with claymores, they can get you kills, but that's not the main reason you want to use them. You want to use them so that way, even whenever your advanced UAV's gone, your UAVs are gone, and you can't earn anymore, you'll still be able to have map control, you'll still be able to get knowledge of where enemies are coming from other than callouts and just understanding how the spawns work in this game. Now, I wanted to show you guys this life here because the support helo I get on the second streak just does work as well. And I actually wanted to try to go for a double nuke because I was being mindful of the time. Also, another thing is if you do get a nuke and you see like how I still have 4 minutes left in this game and we're down in tags, it doesn't really matter if we're down in tags because we already won by default with the tactical nuke. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm just going to ignore tags for the rest of the game since we already won the game, like I said, and I'm basically going to try to streak up again. Now this was really awkward because I ended up choking my next advanced UAV, and it was simply because I didn't hear the guy come up the ladder. He might have had dead silence on or something, and he actually ends up taking me out. But I was able to get a second support helo at least, and I ended up getting a third advanced UAV, or well, a second advanced UAV I should say, because I died off my second one, but I ended up getting that next one towards the end of the game. So this was overall pretty good gameplay. I did get like 80 some kills in 6v6, and I want to talk about 6v6 real quick and why I've been playing so much 6v6, and the main reason is I honestly really like it. Back in Modern Warfare 3, I used to play a lot of 6v6 kill confirmed with my friends. We used to run specialist because that was the best thing to use for tactical nukes back in the day. There was no Blackbird in that game, or advanced UAV, whatever you want to call it. So back in the day, we used to play kill confirmed 6v6, and it was really good because here's the thing. Whenever you play 6v6, there's less people on each team, which means you have more control over, you know, where the enemies are flowing, as well as there's a lot more flanking opportunities compared to 10v10 or even ground war. So you can kind of maneuver the map how you want to, especially if you're doing what I'm doing here with scavenger and restock, and you can always just focus on getting dead silence. You don't have to worry about running munitions box or whatever. You just, and even if you want dead silence more often, you don't really need to run shrapnel. I just recommend doing it because you'll have those extra proxy mines. But if you really want to, you can use tune-up, you can use amp, so that way you can throw your proxy mines faster, you can use tracker, you could really use whatever you want in that perk 3 slot. And the main thing here you want is to just keep having dead silence in your arsenal at all times. You want to keep earning it back. If you run out of dead silence, you play a little bit slower, wait, you know, get a couple picks until you get your dead silence again, and then you can run around. And the main reason this is really effective in 6 versus 6 is for one simple reason, and that is there's going to be less UAVs being called in by the enemy team simply because there are less players in the game. So basically, if you're playing with 1 or 2 friends, you can kind of control where the enemies are going to be spawning at. You can kind of keep them trapped in a certain area because of how these spawns are extremely sticky in this game, and obviously if enemies are trapped, they're going to have to challenge you to gunfights, and they're going to have to win those gunfights in order to regain map control, and that way they're going to be able to earn UAVs. But if you are trapping them and you get them in an area where you know where they're going to be spawning at and you always know where they're at, you don't have to worry about the enemy UAVs, and that's one of the main reasons I absolutely love 6v6 in this game. It's definitely a vibe if you want to go for more nukes. The main reason I'm in kill confirmed, again, is I just like kill confirmed. It's my favorite game mode in COD besides regular team deathmatch, and I just like kill confirmed because, like I said, I can play the objective. It's, you know, if I kill someone up close, I just grab the tag. It's a lot easier for me to win just based off of how I play Call of Duty, and I also like it just because I feel that you can really extend the time of the game based off of, you know, if you're in a party, like let's just say you're playing a 6-man party, you're all just going for nukes, or you're all just kind of having fun and you want to go for wins, whatever it may be. One of the things is you can control the length of the game by picking up tags or whatnot. If you're in a sweaty game, you know, you realize that, okay, our only way to win is collect tags, then go ahead, collect tags. But if you realize you're in a more relaxed lobby, then you can really extend the time to 10 minutes and do whatever you want. You know, you can go for streaks, you can go for nukes, whatever, and that's the main reason I love kill confirm. Now, some other game modes you might want to do if you're going for nukes, obviously yesterday I said the best game modes for rushing around is headquarters and hardpoint, because the spawns are going to work with the headquarters and the hardpoint. They're basically, people are going to be spawning around the objective, whereas if you want to have a game mode where there's more stickier spawns and power positions matter a lot more and it's a little bit more of a slower paced game mode, you're going to want to play something like domination, kill confirm, team deathmatch, whatever it may be. So anyways, again, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Support helo is just built different this game, I guess. But yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave me a rating. Let me know if this video helps you in any way. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.
Hardball, well earned.